Let's move the hair out of the mic perhaps. Hello! Welcome to another video. I have not posted a YouTube video in a couple of months. In typical ADHD style, when other things are happening in life and work, my day job, things like that, they take priority. So I thought I've been meaning to actually film this particular video. It's been on my radar and I'm finally getting it done today. So as you can see, I'm in front of my greenhouse, in front of my garden. It's looking quite sad at the moment because I have been amending the soil and I'm finally starting to plant some more things out for our autumn-winter garden. I have started some seeds. However, I went away for work. They were not watered, so they didn't, most of them didn't survive. So I'm going to have to catch up. It looks like another late autumn-winter garden happening again. This is my second year of the garden. So the autumn-winter season last year was my first year of gardening. This is my second season, and I thought we were going to be off to a good start. But life hiccups and everything happened. So I'm just going to go around and show you the beds, show you what I've gotten done so far. I've still got to add a little bit more soil and manure and compost to some of them. I have done them all, but with some rain, and I also moved some of these beds, I lost a lot of soil. So I need to do that some more. But I wanted to show you, now I'm going to go into the sun. It might blow out the exposure a little bit, but I will head back into the shade for you. So I use a website, it's a membership-based website, to help me plan my garden. It's called GrowVeg. Of course, just a disclaimer, not sponsored or anything. I was going to say GrowVeg would have absolutely no idea who I am, but I usually work off my laptop or my phone, but I thought for this I would print each bed out and show you the plan. So this is what the overall looks like, and it's probably flipped, so I might even insert some screenshots so you can see. So you can see that's the greenhouse and then the arches, and that's basically how all my beds are laid out. And then, like I said, I've printed each one individually so we can see. So I thought we'll turn the camera around, I will show you what I've got, what the plan is, and then I am hoping to do some planting today, but I don't know. I brought it out. I brought myself a little basket. I don't know if you can see it there on the edge of my garden bed. I recently got a couple of baskets just off Facebook Marketplace. So much fun trying to hold my phone and record. Because I did get some small baskets from my grandparents' house that they don't use, but they just weren't big enough. So I found a couple on Marketplace around Easter time, which was good. And it's come in handy. I brought all my things out with me, so I am going to start showing you the beds. Alright, so this is the first bed. As you can see, I do have some artichoke plants here. We do also have this arch that currently has my loofahs on it drying, but this is the plan for that. So I'm going to put it here. So we can see artichokes, mustard greens, asparagus. The asparagus is already underground. Actually, you can just see a little one poking out here. I just I planted crowns last year and I let them fern up. I've trimmed them, and then that's the first one that's come out now. These cucamelons were here in the summer. Obviously, they're self-seeded. And now they come back, but they're a summer plant. So anyway, we have some nasturtiums coming up that were planted here before as well. So things will be, coming up. There's a Cosmo over there that has self-seeded from the other bed. So it's all happening. So as you can see, we've got artichokes. I'm going to do Brussels sprouts, onions, and calendula in this bed. Then you can see here, so funny, these Cosmos self-seeded on the, there's so many down here. That's so funny. And they've come up here as well. This bed, I'm just flicking through my pages here so you can have a look. Okay, so this is the other bed. This dahlia bush will be going. Got some chives over there. This is what it will look like. Let me fix the light. Alright, so we've got some thyme, carrot, broccoli, Chinese cabbage, violas, peas and garlic. And that is the plan for this one. This one's a super easy one to describe. We're just going to put a bunch of strawberries in here. And I'm not sure, it looks fairly dark, so hopefully you can see that's super easy. Strawberries. Okay, moving on. This one's got a lot of marigolds in there. I had them in here whilst I had my tomatoes here. But yeah, they flowered after the tomatoes. So I'm just having a quick look here, and I can never remember what the plan is. So that's why I printed my main one out. Okay, so this one's going to be poppies. This bed in the winter is not got too much happening, actually. These smaller beds I actually find a little bit harder to plan, but I'm thinking generally there's going to be flowers just to help pollinate. So we're going to have sweet peas gone up against the arch. I want to get some rhubarb, but I don't know. I'm going to check the season. I bought some tulip bulbs, so that's there, and some poppies. Then we've got this bed, which is generally my herb bed. So this will generally stay quite similar. So there's oregano here, parsley, which is looking beautiful. Sage, can't say the same for you. Rosemary over there, and I did plant some zinnias. So I probably can cut a couple of those and then call it a day. And then I don't know if this is just a sad zinnia. It might be. I don't remember planting anything else. So there's that. So there's not much else that's going to be changing in here. The herbs generally stay the same, as you can see, if I just fix that. So everything is as is, except you can see this little blank spot here. If I move those, I'm going to put a couple of tulips there because I love in the front of the greenhouse to have flowers. I just think it's so pretty. I did do sunflowers before. So now we are looking at doing that. Now this bed back here, minus the big pot on the edge, don't mind that blueberry plant, that's just never happened. I think this is the self-seeded rock melon again. I think I dropped a packet of seeds. Anyway, there's always something random happening in my garden. I've done these beds before of onions. Actually, the last onion bed was in that bed. I can't remember what I did here that last season. I should go back. I did film everything. I just didn't have the channel up. So I'm just flicking. You can probably see in the corner there. I'm flicking. I don't want to show you the other beds yet until I get to them. Of course it's going to be. There we go. So this one's kind of boring, but it's just going to be onion, garlic, leek, and some hollyhock flowers on the side. So that's what this one's going to look like. I braided, I'm going to look at this next bed now. I braided and stored a lot of the onion from last year. I was quite proud of that feat. So I'm doing it again and more volume this time because I'm almost out of my brown onions. So trying to plan what we eat and how much of it and stuff like that, I'm still getting the gist of. So this bed here is going to be onion, garlic, silver beet and snapdragons. You can see the flower repetitiveness on the edges of these beds in front of the greenhouse. Nice little pollinator area. I would love, absolutely love, the plan was always to cover these pathways with something. We've just never gotten around to it. But also have like a little bird bath here in the centre. So all of the bees can have a great time. We're going to see how the birds go. Moving over here, which is going to be very bright, so I'm going to fix that in my camera for you. I might have to come from this shady part. This bed is just a bit crazy. We've got this bean that has come up that was there before that didn't do well, and now this is looking beautiful. So I'm not sure what's happened. These, I had corn in here before, so obviously they have self-seeded. So I'm just seeing what the plan is with that. That's an old chili plant I need to get rid of. I've just got a few there that I can harvest, which is just unreal. I just can't believe it. Like the neglected plants. And same with this chili plant over here is a random plant. But let me find what the plan is for this bed. Of course, there's a bit of wind now, moving my papers around. Okay. So I have grown, there's a bit of old garlic actually there as well that I've got to clean up. What have I done in here before? We had zucchini, we had some beans, corn like I mentioned. Let me see, where is it? Of course it's not going to be easy for me to find. Where is my next plan that I'm looking for here? Alright, here we go. This is exciting news. So we've got beetroot, which I've grown before and canned. So that was exciting. Cauliflower I've grown before. What else? Lettuce I've done. Violas I've done, or pansies. Onion. Oh yeah, the onion's at the top under the beetroot. And parsnips. I've attempted to grow parsnips. But they never came up. So I might have gotten the seasons wrong. So we're going to try again here. Then over here, let's see. Like I mentioned, we have a random chili plant that I need to deal with. But the back of this one, which I've done before, is broad beans. And I've brought some out in my little basket today, so if I have time, I'll do it. Parsley, garlic, kale, spinach, wind. I have a straw flower randomly there and a poppy. So I try and have a flower in each bed as well as the flower beds. But the broad beans I'm super excited about because I bought a different type this year and I got some kale. And then that is just an overgrown passion fruit tree. There's a couple of plants there on that structure, and then I did do some flowers on the end, but I've got to do a lot of trimming there as well. And I read that I have to trim that later in the year, so I need to find out when to do that. Apparently now is not the time, so it's a jungle at the moment. So that is an overview of my plans for my autumn winter garden, and I'm excited to bring you along and do more monthly garden tours so you can see all of this come back to life. So I'm super excited to show you. So I hope you enjoyed me going through my plans for this garden, and if you have any questions or comments, just leave them down below in the comments. Like this video if you haven't, subscribe if you haven't and you're new. I'm super excited to grow this channel, no pun intended, and also grow in my garden. So I really enjoy sharing and talking about like my learning and my processes and stuff. So I hope you enjoy it as well. So thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Bye.